Ryan, it looked like you guys practiced the power play not once but twice today. Is there going to be a real emphasis on working on special teams this season?
I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's a real emphasis, Wilsey. We're going to work on it for sure. I think those guys need to feel the puck and they need to have their touches. So I think you'll see it fairly regularly in practice. I think it's an important part of the game, and it does need to be touched on for sure.
I was talking to Dylan Dubé yesterday, and he talked about training this offseason to be a first-line guy and how that was a little bit different from what he'd done in the past. Have you seen a difference in sort of the way he looks out there?
Not in the way he looks. I mean, he's 3 years running our best conditioned guy in the summer. I think every year he's come back, he's gained some more confidence in his ability, and he has a better understanding of who he is. So whether he's playing on a line with Elias, whether he's playing on a line with Naz, whether he's playing on a line with Michael, or he's playing on a line with Rosie. He has to play a certain style, and that's the challenge for him. And I think with maturity, he has a better understanding that I don't have to change my game if I'm playing with Elias compared to someone else on a different line. So that's one thing. I think maturity for him has changed more so than his physical abilities.
Does the dynamic for him and Elias, though, change? Because, I mean, Toffoli was commonly viewed as a finisher, and then Huberdeau is a playmaker in a lot of ways. I mean, how much does it change for the two of them, do you think?
Well, the speed on the line, I don't necessarily think it changes a ton for Elias and Hubie, other than they're going to expect Dylan to push pace for the line, and that's what they'll look for out of him. Elias is a shooter a lot of times, so Jonathan and Elias need to do a good job of working together, and Dylan needs to be a guy that's pushing people back and creating loose pucks.
What does AJ bring to your lineup, maybe that you wouldn't have, or maybe just more in abundance of?
Yeah, he is a heavier guy. I mean, when you look at the line, we had the fourth line. There was 4 forwards on it here today, but there's an increase in size on it, and there's some pace to it. And the one thing that we really do like about his potential is every team that he's played on has been a winning team, and that's something that's really important for us, that we have people that have a good understanding of what it looks like all the time, whether it's in the room, whether it's on the ice. So we're excited to have him.
Seems like kind of a character guy too, Huss, doesn't he? Because he maybe is so well traveled, just the type of makeup that he has, he seems like he can also add in that character department.
I think so, and that's all the feedback we've gotten on him, is he is a real solid individual in that regard. But another guy that probably as a younger player played a different game. As he's grown up a little bit, and I think he's 26 now, his game's changed in the NHL, and I think that's a great sign for people figuring out, how do I fit in, how can I have impact on a team, and I think he's at that point now.
Ryan, to give a rookie like Matt an opportunity on that power play unit with those veterans, what does it just kind of say about him and how he's progressed even through this camp?
Yeah, I think it's more about he's earned it. That's, for me, the biggest thing. So he's come to play. He's been ready to shoot the puck. He's not afraid to shoot the puck. He's not afraid to play with those guys. And he's in that position because he earned it, Pat. Yeah.
Just following up on Coronado, what do you like about the potential combination of him with Kadri and Sharon Govich? What do you think could work with those three?
Again, Naz is right now feeling pretty good about his game, and he's looked good. He's been one of our guys that when he's played in exhibition, I think he's been the kind of the Naz that we come to love and expect. Sharon Govich brings a little bit of that 200-foot game. And with Matty, he's got to do a job of finding some space to get open and also be kind of the energy spark plug guy on that line.
Following up a little bit on Dubé, how can Dubé backing off defenders open up passing lanes for Huberdeau?
Well, when you watch Dylan skate, he's a lot like Walker Dewar in regards to their straightaway speed. They're guys that can really move. And when they're on the ice, defensemen know, and they tend to not stay up quite as far. So the gap is a little bit more. So that pulls them back a touch. And then that creates that little bit of space that sometimes skilled passers or players need to make plays.
So much work done this off-season, training camp's long. Are you personally feeling the excitement to get going tomorrow?
I mean, different in the room. I think they've been different on a lot of days as we've worked through this training camp into the regular season here. Today was another day where there was a good energy around the room, which was awesome. It was a lot of fun to be around. Yeah.
Are you nervous at all? Like first time doing this in this role, are you?
I get nervous every day. I don't sleep much. But it's a different nervous where you're loving it. So you want to make sure you're prepared the best that you can be so the team is prepared and ready to go.